Now whenever you get 1 power infinity form, then you can use this formula. So limit x tends to infinity if there is a function f of x raised to the function g power of g of x, and now if you are getting 1 power infinity, if I substitute in place of x a value of a, then you can directly use this formula. So what is the formula is, you have to take everything to the power of e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1, this f of x. Okay, with examples it will be clear. Just say this. Now if I apply limit x tends to infinity x plus 6 by x plus 1 whole to the power x plus 4. Now if you see that it is in the form of f of x to the power g of x. Now we should test whether it is in the form of 1 power infinity or not. See, you cannot apply this formula to everything. Only whenever you get 1 power infinity you can apply it. Now in order to test it, see this, can I make this one as 1? Yes, when limit x tends to infinity. So you pull out x as common, I am going to get 1 plus 6 by x, 1 plus 1 by x. Now 6 by x and 1 by x will become zeros, therefore you are going to get 1 here. And what about this? You are going to get infinity. So I got 1 power infinity form. Now I am going to use this formula, right? So limit x tends to infinity is going to be e power, see this, it is going to be e power limit x tends to infinity g of x. So what is g of x in this case? X plus 4, right? See, this is going to be g of x and this is going to be f of x, right? So this is going to be g of x into f of x minus 1, right? So g of x into f of x minus 1 means you can just simplify it and you get 5 by x plus 1, right? Now I can pull out this 5 outside. See this, 5 is written here, and now what is remaining? X plus 4 by x plus 1 is remaining. Now since it is limit x tends to infinity, I can pull out x in both the numerator and denominator, which means I am just dividing numerator and denominator by x. Here I will be getting 4 by x and here I will be getting 1 by x, right? If I substitute infinity in those two places, 4 by x and 1 by x, I will be getting 0 and 0. Therefore it is 1 by 1, right? So it is going to be e power 5. E power 5 into 1 plus 0, so it is going to be e power 5. Got it? Okay. Now exactly the same model is this. So whenever you are going to get limit x tends to something, g of x power f of x or f of x power g of x in this case, it need not be 0 or infinity always. Overall you are supposed to get 1 power infinity in order to apply this form. Okay, so see this, in the earlier case it is limit x tends to infinity, but in this case it is limit x tends to 0, but still it is in the form of f of x power g of x. We shall check whether it is going to give us 1 power infinity form or not. Now if you see this is entire thing is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, which is going to give us 1. But then if you see this one, limit x tends to 0, when you apply it directly, it might not seem like it is infinity. You might see that it is 0, sin x is 0, 0 and 0. You might think that it is 0 by 0, but if you can rearrange the terms, you can see definitely infinity there. So how can I rearrange it? You just divide numerator and denominator by sin x. Then I am going to get 1 here, and in the denominator I am going to get x by sin x minus 1, right? Now if you apply limit x tends to 0, sin x by x or x by sin x is going to be 1. So 1 by 1 minus 1, which means 1 by 0, which is infinity. Therefore it is still in the form of 1 power infinity, and so you can apply this formula, right? So what is that formula? E power limit x tends to 0. Why 0? Because here there is 0. Alright, limit x tends to 0, g of x into f of x minus 1. G of x means whatever is in the denominator, sorry, this exponentiation, you have to bring it forward, right? That is why I brought it here, and this one minus 1. Now if you just see this after simplification, here you have x minus sin x and here you have sin x minus x. You can cancel off these two, but then minus 1 has to be brought out. Yes, minus 1 is written here. Now what did you get? Sin x by x. So limit x tends to 0, sin x by x, you know it is 1. Therefore it is e power minus 1, which is 1 by e. So 1 by e is the answer for this one. Now similarly if you see this one, limit x tends to infinity, if you try to look at this, here if you substitute infinity, this entire factor is going to be infinity and this entire factor is going to be 0. So it is 1 plus 0 whole to the power, if you substitute in place of x infinity, it is going to be 1 power infinity, right? Okay, now you just see this is f of x, this is g of x. Now you take g of x here, and f of x minus 1 is going to give us this. Now it is simply cx plus d divided by ax plus b. Now you can okay, if you directly substitute x equal to infinity, you are again going to get infinity by infinity form. Either you apply L'Hospital's rule there, that way you are going to get c by a, or you just divide numerator and denominator with x, that is also going to give you the answer. So if I divide numerator and denominator by x, I am going to get c plus d by x, a plus b by x, right? Now in place of x, if you substitute infinity, I am going to get this entire factor as 0, this entire factor as 0, right? So you are going to get e power c by a. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.